Hey guys, What If here, and welcome back to NASCAR the Game 2013 Career Mode for Part 27. We have already embarked on our chase saga hopes, and we only have 9 more races left. So today we got New Hampshire. I mean, if somehow, some way, New Hampshire's uneventful, then we'll throw in Dover, but it's been so hard to find bonus race time because most of these races have been 30% just to allow us to have one pit stop in a race. It's hard. I wish it was just 25%, and then I don't know. This game's just kind of weird to kind of balance that out, but point situation, we're still good. I think we'll probably win the championship without really too much contest. Pastrana's not last in the top 12, so that's kind of wild because he actually finished relatively good at Chicagoland, so good for him. There's nothing else to upgrade, so we'll just kind of jump into it. So as always, thank you to my two Patreon people as well as my YouTube members who support our channel. First, you get our early access videos before they come out to the public, usually 12 or 24 hours in advance and all that good stuff. And you get my ever-loving support, so and thanks, so thank you. Anyways, we'll get in New Hampshire and see how different it is compared to the first time we were here earlier in the year. Here's our settings: 60 laps, 2 times tire and fuel, just the same as the first New Hampshire race, except the changes. And we'll just go into qualifying and see where we start. Why did I just go through Jeff Gordon? What? Where's the contact physics? What? What was that? So one thing I learned is our car is really not much faster than it was when we went here the first time because we're still qualifying in about the same spot as before. So that's kind of sad. I thought it was gonna, it might even be worse than before. I don't know. It just, I don't know what I could have done differently. That lap felt pretty normal. But. Alright, let's see the rest of the field. Pastrana 17th, Kurt 13th, good. Kane's on pole, Ambrose 8th. Okay, well, this might be kind of a slow, methodical type of race in the same vein as Richmond, so I'm looking forward to the challenge.
Welcome to Loudon, New Hampshire, and today's running of the Sylvania 300 on this flat 1-mile oval. Darrell, who will get to hoist the lobster in victory lane today?
Good question, Mike. I tell you, this track is so slick, and the groove is very, very narrow. You've got to be patient here, but you've got to be able to use that old chrome horn, as we like to say, too.
It's interesting how this track surface will change over 300 miles. It might start out as a one-groove racetrack, but as we race on, that second groove will open up and become very important. They've got a big Maine lobster waiting for the winner. Who'll get to crack its claws?
Why did Darrell flub up his line? But then why was that still in the final version of the game? Why they went with that take? I don't. It's just weird.
Let's go racing in the Greenwich State, boys and girls.
I guess the only good thing here is running outside, so that might be good. I don't know. It's just the AI are so weird in this game, which I think in NASCAR 14 they fixed a little bit. But it's still about as janky as usual. But we're just going to stay way up here in like the second dot, or whatever, second line, or whatever this line is up here. I don't know, but I could feel it. The car gets such a launch off the corner, but there's really nowhere for me to go with it. Oh, God. It's like, what? Why? Why are we 4 wide? That was a checkup and a half. Kurt, don't dare chop me off. Stenhouse, it was probably a bad idea to go down low. Unless I can clear him here in the 3. Go up high, barely clear him. That somehow worked. I don't know how. Now we just got like 5 cars just loose. I don't know. But we're making up ground. We've been very, very lucky with it so far. So I feel like that luck is going to run out. What is happening up here? Truex. My God, I was so close to dying there. Jeez, alright. It's just when they run like that, where do I go? I don't know. I just don't know. I think this is going to be a lot like Richmond. Very methodical. We're just going to have to wait for the field to thin out. Eventually get single file, and we could probably just really go about as fast as we possibly can. Because this shit is just weird. Edwards just wall popped. He thinks he's at Kansas in 2008. But we're just about, we're actually in the top 15. 13th, in fact. But I'm afraid to even go into turn 3 as hard as I want because of that. Logano, stop. Jeff Gordon, I didn't even lift because I'm sorry. If you're just going to chop me off, I'm not letting off the fucking throttle because that is bullshit. And you reap what you sow when you make a dumb move like that. Look at Edwards. He had the common sense to, you know, acknowledge my existence. We're just going to send it here in a 3. Clear Hamlin. Beautiful. And merge up back into the high lane. He's got the inside me, but it's okay because we'll get a good launch off. Kane almost kind of pinned me there, but we're okay. And P6 just like that. And the field's very thinned out, so we can start really attacking these corners a lot better and run them down a lot quicker. Oh, Biffle. I was going to say it took us a little bit to catch him, but yeah, we're there. It's alright, he's fast. Alright, it's going to be a little bit harder than I thought to get around him. I'm kind of amazed how difficult it was just to run down Biffle. I don't know if this is going to work here entering the corner at this angle. Usually we kind of just do better on the exits. And I don't think he's going to check up, so. Yeah, they're putting up a fight. What's weird is I think in inside line, the AI are really tough here. Almost impossibly tough here in New Hampshire. But then in 2013, they're a lot more doable. Because I couldn't even get around them. In fact, Biffle got a good run off the corner and Ambrose checked up. And I'm just going to go up high here. And see if we can get a good launch off the corner. Do something with it. Biffle checks up now, and we'll just swoop in and take that spot. Ambrose checked up off turn 2 a little bit. We'll get a nice run off. And here we go, P4. Yeah, Ambrose tried. He tried his damnedest to try to get a run on me. It didn't work. Now we just got to set our sights on Kenseth. And it's going to probably be in the same manner as before. We get a nice run off the corner or something. But yeah, this is definitely a lot tougher. I don't know what changed, but I don't remember this in the spring, so maybe it was like this in the spring, but yeah, it's not easy making these passes up. It's very, very methodical. Well, somewhat, as I get another good run off turn 2. As long as we can send it in turn 3, clear them, you know, maybe even wash up the track a little bit, but at least we'll have the preferred lane, or just hold them up, or I guess kind of sit right in front of them. But there we go, P3. And now it'll probably be a long time before we catch Dale Jr. Okay, it didn't take nearly as long as I thought, but we are right there with Dale Jr. It's just now we got to find a way to pass. Now that the tires are getting more and more worn, it may get a little bit trickier. But it seems like now they're checking up more off turn 2 than turn 4. I don't really know why or how that's changed. But yeah, it's going to be just like all the other passes, a little bit tricky to get around them unless we just get, I don't know, lucky enough with his checkup off turn 2. But right now we're kind of just even. There we go. That's the kind of thing I was needing him to do off turn 2, just kind of check up a little bit more, or for me to get close enough. Now we'll just be side by side with them. I can't go under this line here because the transition or the banking changes so much, and the car just really gets out of shape. And couldn't get the pass here, but at least I'm the closest I've ever been with them up to this point. So when he checks up here off turn 2, we should have more than enough momentum to kind of just get by him without too much of a problem. Just like that. Beautiful. And there we go. P2. Now I think this time it'll take a while before we eventually get the Stewart. So I'm just going to shut up, and I'll be back in like maybe 10 laps. Dale Jr. tried to catch me there. He tried to do something or try to get me back, but nope. That's my second place. Good news is we're there. It took about 7 laps, but we are now there to Tony Stewart. As long as he checks up off turn 2 like usual, we can kind of swoopity-doop down low, slippity-slide off turn 2, and get to his inside. Send it here in turn 3. It's a slide job, but we're going to slide up the track. At least we'll have the preferred lane going into 1, so we'll have a little bit of the track preferred advantage for ourselves. Or maybe not. We'll just barely clear them. And new leader. Took 28 laps. Took quite a bit, but we're here, and now we're just going to pull away and pit in the next couple laps. Stewart's trying, which is adorable. but I don't think it's going to be enough. I didn't even really get a good launch off the corner because I was too busy bragging. But I think now we should be good. We should be able to clear him here off turn 4 and definitively be in the clear. Alright, we're now in the clear. Bye, Stewart. Bye, field. They tried. They definitely put up a good fight, I'll say that much. Again, I'm probably asking for too much out of the AI, but in situations like this, like Tony Stewart just got passed for the lead, like now the AI should be pitting, trying to undercut me, because I wouldn't know. Like, it would be neat for them to have that type of intelligence where they're just aware to begin their pit cycle, because they really could have began it around lap 25 and then make it to the end on fuel. And then even right now, they can try to undercut me and try to get like a 1-lap advantage or something like that. Again, I'm asking for too much out of a 10-year-old game when I don't think they even knew the intricacies of the sport to really understand all that. I mean, maybe they do. I don't know. We got some people pitting now. I don't know. I'm being too picky. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. This is what, year 3 of Eugenics making these games? They should have figured it out by now. No, it's unacceptable. I'm pitting this lap. I'm just going to wait for Jeff Gordon to go by me, then duck down low. Beautiful. Alright, just a standard stop. Don't have to, set the world on fire or anything. We even go a little bit slower just to be extra safe. But, yeah, Tony Stewart was keeping up with me. I wasn't really pulling away as much as I was thinking there once I got the lead. He was keeping up. So, we technically did an undercut here, so we might have won just on that strategy, which is kind of disappointing. Alright, just have to exit normally. Luckily the game didn't just throw me to the right or anything. Just be careful down here because it's very slippery. It feels like it, at least. But there we go. Beautiful. We're currently P7. We'll just have to wait for everything to cycle through, and we'll kind of gauge and laugh at how big my lead is now. Obviously, we'll laugh about it after the cycle of spots. Green flag pit stops. I think people understood what I was trying to say, but I just wanted to correct it because the way I word things, you need like a translator, because like it's like 90% of it's like 90% there, but then there's a good maybe 10% that are just like, what the fuck did he just say? Hey, Stewart's finally pitting. Good for him. That was a good pit strat. He pitted not too long after me, so that makes it not as bad. It's something. I appreciate his thought process. Damn, fastest lap of the race. How come the AI in qualifying run like 28 seconds, and then in race trim they're not even like a second off of it? I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Someone in the comments will have a very paragraph-heavy explanation, maybe. I don't know. Well, technically, the grill tape is up really high, so therefore their speeds are very fast, and they go very quick and roomy. They can't put the grill tape up that high in the race because then they're gonna go kabooey, just like my pants at 6 p.m. at night. So we only gained about 7/10 of a second, maybe 8/10 of a second on Stewart during that cycle, because I pitted 3 or 4 laps before him. So it's not as big of a gap as I thought, but it's still a comfortable enough lead. And also we gotta worry about lap traffic, which the chopping. Why? Just, it's so senseless. But this is definitely going to slow me up dealing with all this crap. Yeah, it definitely costed me a good 1.5 seconds of all that, so thank you, lap cars, for being absolute morons, but Stewart's got to deal with it too, so we should be fine. The game almost fell apart there just trying to process the stupidity that was happening on track around me. Maybe that's why I'm not as fast as before. My oil temps are high. The car didn't really feel like it, but, oh boy, I might have really screwed myself on that. I'm hoping that doesn't affect the engine. I didn't even think about that. I was about to comment that the car just felt a lot tighter than before, but with the oil temps, maybe the grill tape being up too high. And that's why the car is acting this way. It doesn't have enough. It's losing a little bit of power, maybe, so it can't get loose. I don't know. But it used to drive it like a Gen 6 car. Now it's driving like a Gen 7, if that makes any sense. So yeah, that kind of, I think that explains it pretty well. Kyle Busch and friends have yet to pit. They should pit here eventually. If not, then I'm going to lose this race in a really dumb way. But the trends usually kind of show that they will eventually pit, so we'll just have to wait. Still amazed the AI have yet to pit. I think Kyle Busch is pitting. He's very slow on the track map, so I guess he's finally pitting. It's going to put someone up in, or at least somebody different to lead. Hopefully they all cycle out in pit, because boy howdy, if we lose the race on this, I'm going to be very salty. Okay, looks like someone else went down here. I'm assuming that's Truex in second. So now all that's left is Jimmie to pit. I guess Jimmie's just going to pit on the white flag. This is... I mean, if Jimmie... Actually, even if he pits on the last lap coming out of turn 4, he wins the race. Even if I pass him, the game's going to declare him the winner for really bullshit reasons, because that's just how this game works, apparently. I think that happened to me at Talladega, where... I don't know, so... This is just... I'm just hoping he pits this lap. He's not pitting. Are you fucking kidding me? This is really how I'm gonna lose this race. Yep, that's how I'm gonna lose this race. It doesn't matter. Even if he pits, I'm screwed. So, what a fucking bullshit way to... I mean, I don't think he was one of those people that pitted early on. So, yeah. Really fucking amazing. He could just make it that long on fuel for no reason. That's wonderful. Glad to get screwed out of a race win by this. Yeah, he's just gonna make it to the end. For no reason. Utter bullshit. Absolute fucking bullshit. I don't even have any words for that. That is just pure and unadulterated fucking filth to lose a race in that manner. What? That's just dumb. That is such crap. I'm almost gonna like pass out. That is just so stupid. What a stupid fucking game. Alright, well, Jimmie cheated, essentially. That's the only explanation I could even rationalize. He just somehow, someway, was able to make the fuel last the whole distance, even if he did a crazy undercut. I don't think he undercut us that hardcore to gain that big of a gain. We weren't even really running him down that much, so I think, like, if he was on super old tires, then I should have been... like, just destroy... I don't even know. I don't understand. That just makes no sense. Alright, well, good to know. Good to know I can not sweep the whole chase because of something absolute... just dumb as that just occurred. That's just absolutely disgusting. We're still the point leader. Jimmie gained a little bit, but not enough. This is the rest of the results. I didn't even get to look at where frickin' Pastrana finished. I was so damn pissed of how all that transpired. But apparently Pastrana is still 10th and Edwards is 12th, which is... very depressing because he was like second or third this whole season. But Pastrana is not last of the top 12, so good for him. It just makes no sense. Doesn't make sense. Looking at Travis Pastrana's 4 top 10s, but is beating Edwards because points got reset. This is why the frickin' chase has been stupid. It's always been stupid in different varying ways of dumb. All right. No new sponsors, no do anything. I'm just going to wrap... I mean, do we have bonus race time? I have no idea, but I'm just going to act like this is the end and wrap things up, I guess. Big shout out to my tier 3 Patreon supporters, David, our Champ 15, Kamikazegames, Bailey Carrier, Mexican Lake 1986, and Jason Hellman for his support again. I appreciate what you guys do for my channel every single month. It always means a lot. Always goes a long ways, so just thank you as always for what you guys do. I will see you all next part for Dover. I guess we got an invitational event. I don't even know. We'll just do that next episode maybe. I don't know. I don't care. I'm done. Bye.